Shalom. Call Elohim La Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Rachakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone Rule well for teaching me the truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Okay. Chaya here back with another video through the Spirit. And this is going to be like a little quick hit. I'm going to just read a certain portion. All right, because I was doing some reading in my sword, my hand sword and stuff like that, and I was reading in the book out. I was reading out of the book of First Peter, the 3rd chapter, and I came across this portion, and I just thought it was beautiful, so I wanted to go into it real quick. All right, so this is subtitled, and I'm gonna read it in the NLT version. All right, on the right hand side, it says, "Suffer for doing good." It says, "Suffering for doing good." Salakia. It says, "Now, who will want to harm you if you are eager to do good? But even if you suffer for doing what is right, God will reward you for it. So don't worry or be afraid of their threats." Yeah, because in this truth, all right, waking up to this truth and abiding in this lifestyle, because this truth is a lifestyle, man. Okay, when you come in, you all high and you're ready to curse Jacob, curse Esau, curse these other nations out, and so on and so forth. That's all fine and dandy. All right, but later on, you learn to settle, like you learn to humble down and be more modest, as opposed to being eager and just up in arms about everything, because you're on fire. You know what I'm saying? You on fire. All right, some brothers got more fire than others, but you get the point. Okay, but what happens along the line is what we get mocked. All right, brothers get mocked all the time. We get called bums. We get told we get called weirdos. We get called many things by these people in the world. All right, Jake, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and heathens alike. All right, we get called many names. We get called many things. We're an astonishment to these people. Okay, we're an astonishment to these people. They don't understand what's going on, and they don't consider that the words that come out of their mouth. They don't consider how that can affect them in the future. They're not thinking about it. All right, and another thing that happens is false accusations, man. All right, you got these people in the world that have called brothers jobs and said that brothers is child molesters and just all manner of wickedness, man. Okay, it says verse 14, but even if you suffer for doing what is right, God will reward you for it. Okay, so when things like that happen, we have to keep in mind that in the next chapter talks about, I'm not gonna pull it, but it talks about thinking not strange concerning the fiery trials, man. All right, because when we come into the truth, we have to be prepared. We have to learn how to prepare ourselves for things like that, from when we get falsely accused. Okay, when somebody come out and start lying on brothers, man. All right, because we're being seen by everybody in the whole entire world. All right, so don't let those quote unquote 2 views or 1 view on your videos get you down, or whatever the case. Don't be fooled by it, I should say. We're being watched by the whole entire world, man. All right. So it says, but even if you suffer for doing what is right, God will reward you. Okay, remember the Lord is gonna pay you back. All right, for suffering, for abiding in His truth. Okay, it says, so don't worry or be afraid of their threats. And that's what happens. That's what happens. All right, Jake come up, he may talk a big game. He might start talking crazy to you. I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna do something to you. So on and so forth. I'm gonna call the cops on you. I'm gonna get you fired from your job. All of that shit. We gonna get all of that shit. Brothers have been receiving all of that shit, man. But we're not supposed to be afraid of them. Okay. Look at the account of the Apostle Paul. Look at the account of Yahweh Shai. All right. All of the disciples and the apostles, man. They went through something. All right, to where if they didn't stop teaching Yahweh Shai's doctrine, even after Yahweh Shai, got beamed up into heaven, all right, anybody who taught Yahweh Shai's doctrine, what happened? They got persecuted. Okay, you had certain of our people that said they would not eat until, the Apostle Paul or somebody who was teaching Yahushua Mashiach's way was dead, man. All right. Verse 15, it said, instead, you must worship Hamashiach as Lord of your life. And if someone asks about your Christian hope, always be ready to explain it. Yeah. And we have to have an answer prepared always as to why we're doing what we're doing. And that's a beautiful thing, man. It should be one of those things where just like, I'm doing this because I want to see that, even something simple like I just want to be righteous. I want to be perfect. You know? I want to see the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have a reason as to why, you want to abide in this work. What do you want? What do you want from the Lord? Okay. What do you want from the Lord? You see how these people believe in Santa Claus and all the other wicked shit. All right. The Lord is our quote unquote Santa Claus, man. The Lord gonna give us whatever we want. All right. And now, in what being in this truth, you start to learn. You start to, the more you learn yourself, the more you learn this truth, and the more you learn yourself, then the more you're gonna desire, something out of it. The more you're gonna desire that righteousness out of this truth, man. But it takes patience and it takes humility. Okay. So if somebody asks, about your hope and why you do it, you got to be prepared, for an answer. You want to see your people get right. All right. Verse 16, it says, but do this in a gentle and respectful way. Keep your conscience clear. Then if people speak against you, they will be ashamed when they see what a good life you live because you belong to Hamashiach. Yeah, that's right. Because conduct is extremely important, man. All right, conduct is very important in this truth. All right. I wish I could tell y'all brothers how many people come up to me and just like, man, yo, you so different, man. Not trying to boast or brag. It just, and if somebody does compliment me, I know that it's the Lord sending that person my way and giving me goodly words, man. I know I am the way I am because the Lord, has molded me. The Lord has molded all brothers, by reason of the Holy Spirit. Okay. Because in this truth, you learn you're supposed to control yourself better. You're supposed to rule your spirit better. Okay? So when somebody's just like, yo, you so humble, you so peaceful, your energy is different and so on and so forth. All right, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing. All right. Now we all know that compliments and judgments from people in the world don't really mean that much, but it's still nice to hear and things of that nature. All right. It means it means so much more if it's coming from a brother. Okay, or an elder. All right. But what we want to walk in this truth with the utmost modesty. All right, the utmost humility. Okay. So continue to suffer for doing good, man. I didn't want to make this too long. Like I said, I just want to read this quick little portion and things of that nature, and just remind the brothers that even though we catch hell, suffering for the Lord is the greatest thing we could ever do. All right. Our reward is coming. Shalom.